Hello. After seeing some crazy chick graffitiing a minute ago, and then foolishly taking photographs of herself next to the graffiti, which is a surefire way to get yourself arrested, I'm reminded of the time that Devizes police arrested me in a rather heavy way when I spray painted Nazi insignia on the Britox. Indeed, what's interesting about that is that Wiltshire police told me to do it. It was all part of the Gladio-4 mind control operations that are a part of the Roundway experiment, the T-F84 Roundway experiment that is still going on to this day, and that I am still a test subject of. Indeed, I remain a test subject in a Wiltshire police mind control experiment, i.e. the Roundway experiment, the T-F84 Roundway experiment. Indeed, I don't seem to be able to get out of the Roundway experiment. Indeed, it's all very interesting. It could actually be Nazi-linked psychiatrists at Roundway who are programming me with the Russian military intelligence GRU psychosis. So it's all very interesting. It's really awful what's going on to me. Indeed, a source in Belgrade theorized that it's actually Wiltshire police coordinating all of this operation against me. All of the Nazi fetishism that I displayed during my 20s was due to mind control programming by Wiltshire police, which is very interesting considering I've explained that Wiltshire police are running the networks of 764, the Order of Nine Angles, the Nordic Resistance Movement, and the Maniac Murder Cult in Wiltshire. So it's all very interesting to consider that Wiltshire police are running all of these satanic child exploitation networks and also are running cells of neo-Nazi terrorists, i.e. National Action and National Anarchist Movement networks. Indeed, at the time, I spray painted the Nazi insignia on the Britox. I was technically involved with the National Anarchist Movement, who I actually despised, and a Wiltshire policeman, an undercover operative called Jerome Butler, approached me one morning on Devizes Green and ordered me, utilizing mind control hand signals, to display Nazi insignia on the Britox. So it's all very interesting to consider this is the Roundway experiment, T-F84. This is a continuation of eugenicist networks operations, i.e. the Kaiser Wilhelm Institute, which interestingly in Devizes operates through its namesake, the Institute, who are Mossad. Indeed, these networks of the Mossad all congregate at Green Lane Psychiatric Facility via networks interconnected to the Sabbatean psychiatrist, Peter Cohen, and the other Mossad operative, Dr. Peter Grofts, of Green Lane Psychiatric Facility, which is the home of Nazi mind control programming experts, and various networks interconnected with the GRU, interestingly. So it's all very interesting that there are GRU psychiatric experts operating out of Green Lane Psychiatric Facility. Indeed, this leads me back to the tale of the 76 murdered mental patients murdered by Devizes population, i.e. butchers, between 1989 and 2001. Indeed, they'd figured out the synthesis between Devizes police and various Nazi programming experts, as well as Soviet technicians and psychiatrists that were lent by the Soviet Union and later the Russian Federation to Roundway, which means all of my mind control programming is not as remote as I believed it to be. Indeed, all of my mind control programming is being operated by Green Lane Psychiatric Hospital, including the GRU, Russian military intelligence psychosis, that I am often slipping into. All of this is being operated by GRU assets within the Green Lane psychiatric establishment. So it's all very interesting. This is all part of the Roundway experiment. And my particular designation within the Roundway experiment is T-F84, i.e. the T stands for Tiergartenstrasse, which was the home of the T4 eugenics experiments and the massacre of 92% of Nazi Germany's psychiatric patient population, including 92% of paranoid schizophrenics. Indeed, it's interesting how these Aryans are so afraid of the schizophrenic population. Indeed, this is because 20 to 30% of paranoid schizophrenics are higher evolved beings, and the Freemasons and Nazis are envious of the logic of the paranoid schizophrenic brain, and therefore utilize us as ritual sacrifices to their demon gods to attempt to summon demons and occult power from the sacrifice. And indeed, this is also represented in the activities of the butcher shop butchers, who are themselves operatives and initiates of Masonic orders, and therefore they delight in this ritual sacrifice, massacre, and extermination, sometimes utilizing gas of mental patients of both Anglo and Russian heritage in the chambers beneath Wiltshire Police Headquarters in Devizes and the butcher's shop. So it's all very interesting indeed. My graffitiing of the Britox in Devizes was due to a mind control program operated by Devizes Police, which has been operated on me for years by various networks of Wiltshire Police, including in Caen. Indeed, PC Stuart Welsh is afraid of this being revealed. Indeed, all of my activities regarding Nazi-Fetishism during my time in Caen were coordinated by Wiltshire Police, including PC Stuart Welsh of Caen Police, as part of a wider British intelligence Agenta Press Gladio-4 program. Indeed, it's all very interesting to come to these conclusions, the fact that I have been designated as part of the Roundway experiment ever since Grenville Lodge. So after my time in the Eastern European territories, where I believe I was a mind-controlled assassin for the GRU operating out of the Vladimirovka Air Force Base in Astrakhan Oblast, I was returned by GRU agents to their interconnecting Wiltshire Police operatives, and therefore placed in the Gladio-4 program. Indeed, this shows the interconnectivity between the Soviet intelligence services and the Western ones. So it's all very interesting to see how all of this interlinks. Indeed, there was a plan by Devizes Police to kill me before I revealed too much about the interconnectivity between the British police and the Soviet forces. So it's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, PC Miller, who was actually a doctor, interestingly, PC Miller, although he doesn't seem particularly astute, he is a doctor, a mind control programmer. And indeed, I believe he has raped me on more than one occasion. Indeed, PC Miller is afraid of me interlinking Devizes Police to the GRU, because it destroys their entire case in trying to present me as a GRU operative. So it's all very interesting indeed. It's getting a bit too late for Devizes Police's excuses now that they're facing an audit from Norfolk Police, as well as other police jurisdictions around the country, as people are beginning to wonder, what on earth did the Wiltshire Police do to this guy? So it's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, Wiltshire Police utilised me as part of a Gladio-4 operation on the orders of Grenville Lodge number 1787, especially Professors John Drew, a Royal Arch Freemason, and Professor Julian Lovelock, a Royal Arch Freemason who gave me severe amnesia and killed my girlfriend in retaliation for me exposing the fact that the professors at Grenville Lodge were sacrificing certain students and turning their souls into cats. Indeed, it's all very interesting to consider the revenge burns that have been operated on me by various networks of Freemasons in Buckinghamshire and in Wiltshire. Indeed, the Wyvern Lodge guys, i.e. initiates of Wyvern Lodge number 8620, are apparently finding this devises creepypasta very fascinating and are wondering about the operations of the butcher's shops. So it's all very interesting indeed. There's various networks of felines also wanting my channel, but are too afraid to ask me. So it's all very interesting indeed. I'm open to requests from felines of various natures, including texts and channels. So it's all very interesting to consider indeed. My exposures to the Warminster military base have caused chaos in certain circles, especially regarding the interconnectivity between Devizes Police and the Warminster military base concerning a certain UFO downing in 1994 and the arrest of 2 Russian mental patients who looked surprisingly like me, who were then taken to Bristol, given lobotomies by Devizes Police operatives, and then handled by British intelligence as part of the Crown Aryan Temple networks. So it's all very interesting to consider indeed. As I stated, my tribe, i.e. the Rusins, who the majority of Russian mental patients in the underground caverns in Devizes come from, are highly evolved, basically extraterrestrial, and are basically gold dust for intelligence services. Indeed, British intelligence are getting a bit pissed off with the alarming rate that Devizes are sacrificing intelligence assets. So it's all very, very interesting to consider. Indeed. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned that I spotted someone graffitiing, because Warminster police are watching this channel. However, I'm sure with their surveillance techniques and technology, they already know anyway, and indeed, I feel rather sorry for that chick. Indeed. It's all very interesting indeed. Apparently, I'm going to be in the news for creating a creepypasta about Devizes Police. This is a national security issue. Therefore, I highly doubt that would happen. However, there are networks of Wiltshire Police who want to congratulate me for exposing Devizes Police. But this is all very odd. Why would anyone in Wiltshire Police want to congratulate me for exposing Devizes Police? This is the thing. Apparently, the Devizes Police Force specifically is very unpopular in British police circles. And one of the reasons is because of their mistreatment of mental patients, and indeed they are seen as giving the British police a bad name. Indeed, it's all very interesting, that is. Indeed, I believe this gaslighting down here in Warminster is beginning to break, which is good for me, because if I'm honest with you, I just want to live my life the way I've always wanted to. Drug-free, alcohol-free, but operating. So I don't mind if I just become the local eccentric at all. I'm not operating for the Soviet bloody Union, indeed. How many times do I have to explain that I am not operating for the Russian intelligence services at all? Indeed, it was Russian intelligence operatives who were part of the Green Lane psychiatric hospital structure who originally convinced me that I was operating for the GRU. So it's all very interesting indeed. I've talked about these interconnecting intelligence interagency mind control programs, and indeed there are mind control programs of Gladio-4 operated by both Western intelligence services and their Soviet equivalents, i.e. the equivalents being the intelligence services of the Russian Federation and Belarus. So it's all very interesting to consider this. Indeed, I keep hearing in the transmissions that there is almost a police department operative called PC Rideout, who is rather curious about this strange man who has appeared in Warminster accusing PCSO Holcomb of being a baby rapist. Indeed. It's all very interesting indeed. When I smile like that, with my eyes, I do look really Russian, so I guess it's probably quite concerning indeed. Russian military intelligence operating out of Vladimirovka are still convinced I escaped from one of their mind control experiments, and I'm not an English national at all. I'm actually a citizen of the Russian Federation, which could lead to some interesting legal scenario between Britain and the Russian Federation. Therefore, I may end up getting deported to the Russian Federation because I escaped from a mind control experiment of theirs. This could be quite a bad situation, really, indeed. Putin's boys are attempting to effect legislation whereby I would live in Russia, but I wouldn't be able to criticize Putin's boys. So it's all very interesting indeed. I seem to have caused an international scenario which could potentially lead to a World War III conflagration. This is the problem. I never meant for this to happen. However, Russian intelligence, specifically the GRU, noticed me early on in 2016 when I was spouting anti-Zionist information that didn't add up. Indeed, they knew I wasn't a Nazi and began believing I was a Russian of some sort. So it's all very interesting to consider this, that I've been being monitored by the intelligence services of 43 nations for several years. This is the thing about the view count. Loads of people are seeing this parapsychotic, paranoid schizophrenic lunatic trying to make sense as to what has happened to him over the years. Indeed, it seems the majority of the mind control programming was actually being operated on me by Wiltshire police as part of the Roundway experiment T-F84. It's all very interesting to consider. Indeed, it's all very strange indeed. It's all getting stranger indeed. I have a feeling today might be a good day. Indeed, the cosmic intelligence that I'm receiving is signaling to me that today may be a good day. Indeed, today may have been the day I've been waiting for, just as I was waiting for the theory by Itzhak Bentov that 20 to 30% of paranoid schizophrenics in mental wards, and as he described them, nut houses, are of a higher stage of evolution than the remainder of society, and therefore this is why they cannot adapt to society. And this is the thing. We have very high intelligence value, us 20 to 30%. And this is the thing. British intelligence are watching me with interest. However, you know it's never going to happen. So indeed, I'm going to leave it there.